so this week we're going to do some work on the Slash. I have 2/3 of the body painted. I know that's weird, but again, the way the body is, it is 3 parts, main section, and then 2 end caps. I have the front end cap painted and mounted, and the whole main section of the body painted. I'll get to the body later, but I'll show you it, but I'll also talk about it because it's kind of a pain. Somebody in my comments a couple weeks back or a week back on this video, on one of my Traxxas videos, suggested I get a practice body. So what I'm going to do is the body I painted already is going to be my practice body because I made some mistakes. And also the color, I wanted to paint it, and the paint that I painted it, I wanted to paint it red, and the red isn't really red like I like. It looks orangey to me, but I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, this week we are going to attempt to tape some tires and then mount them up on the new wheels. I have 2 sets of tires somewhere. So I got 2 sets of J Concepts. These are smoothies. So I got those 2, and again I have 2 different beadlocks. These are Denali's from Proline, and these are Epic, also from Proline. So I'm going to, got some Gorilla Tape also. I'm going to attempt, I watched a couple videos on it to see how everybody tapes their wheels, their tires I mean. One person just ran tape down the center of it, a regular piece, and then I saw somebody trim a piece down to about probably 1 inch thick and run that down the center of the tire. So I don't know which one I'm going to go with. I'm probably just going to run a piece of tape down the tire, regular size, if it fits. If I have to trim it, then I'll just cut a piece, a nice wide center piece to go down the tire. But I got to open the tires and see how, see what's going to fit. Yeah, besides that, I think that's about it on this. But yeah, so let me get this stuff out of the way and get some tires open and some wheels open, and we'll see if we can tape them. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Try to tape these, and holy, I've never used Gorilla Tape before, so this stuff is sticky, so I don't think it'll have a problem sticking to this. But what we're going to do is try to get this tire as center as possible. Just roll it. And see what happens. Give it a cut. Cut a little bit long here. Alright, let's see if we meet up. Damn it. Alright, well, maybe it isn't going to stick. Maybe this isn't going to work. I don't know if it's because of these or because I'm using too big of a piece. Let's try to trim a piece. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so I basically ripped a piece, not fully in half, so, but I think I'm ripped it. Oh, damn it. I got Gorilla Tape everywhere. This is chaos. Alright. Let's see here. Jesus, this stuff is sticky. Alright. So what I did, basically try to get it as wide as this area. I don't know if I want to overlap it or not. I don't know if that'll cause an issue. I'm not going straight either. Trying to keep it somewhat centered. Alright, let's cut this now and then see where we're at. Alright. It's not perfect, but hopefully it just sticks. That's all I'm worried about. But I think that's what I'm gonna do. Basically, I got the tape pretty much ripped in that area. You just keep kind of ripping it, and hopefully that'll be good enough for what I need. Now we gotta see if we can turn this back inside out. That's gonna be the real. And the tape stay on there. Alright. Well, that got crinkly and wrinkly. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to keep smoothing this out, and then we'll do the other three. Alright, so I had to do a different strip. When I initially did it and flipped the tire inside out, it was super lumpy. I couldn't get the tape to lay flat, so I cut this basically a center strip here, and now I'm going to try to flip the tire inside out like this and see what happens. This is when it gets kind of messed up, I think. Yeah, so again, it got lumpy again. See, the tire not really flat, but I'm going to try this and hopefully this works. I will just get the foam back in there, and hopefully that makes it lay flat. Alright. That was a big pain in the butt, taping these things. What I found helped a little bit was when I turned them inside out, I put the foam back in them and then taped them. But every time when I went to flip them back the other way to this way, the tape would just wrinkle and stuff. I got it pretty much smoothed out. I don't know. We'll see. So the first set of wheels I'm going to mount, these are Proline Epic bead locks. They're discontinued. I happened to see them somewhere and found a set on eBay for cheap and was like, okay, we'll try these. This is an aluminum ring, a metal ring. It's three-piece design like this. What I like though, it has these little nubs in here on both sides, so hopefully it'll hold the bead pretty tight. But yeah, so we're gonna get these put together and then go on to the other ones. So got all the screws here, and we'll just have to get them mounted up. Alright, so got the first set done. They're pretty easy. The foam's a little like, it's kind of wonky in here because the way the wheel is. And now that I got these, I'm kind of worried that the foam's going to be messed up with these too. Or I'm also worried that they might be too small wheels. But we'll see. Now I'm looking at it, these things are real small. So I don't know. But yeah, I got that set done. And I'm going to jump on this set and see if I can get these done. We'll find out. Alright, so unfortunately, these are just way too narrow to work in here. You can kind of see how narrow these wheels are. And then the foam makes it double hard because the foam's just as wide as the tire. So, and it's kind of really affects the way this all works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this foam. I don't really care. So I'm gonna cut a couple ribs off this foam and hopefully get it to sit in there. I'm a little worried about the sidewall, but I don't know. You kind of see how the foam on this one is also the same way. The foam on these is very bulky, so maybe I can find some different foam. I'm sure this foam is great, but maybe I can find a little bit thinner foam for inside these. But for now, I'm just going to cut these and see if it works. So let me grab scissors and we're going to find out. Alright, so what I ended up doing is cutting two ribs off of this, both of these sides right here, front and back. I mean, there is a pretty good amount of flex in the sidewall, but the center of it seems pretty firm. I don't know how this is going to affect it, but I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to see what happens. I don't have all the screws in here. It's got a few screws in each side. These screws that they come with these wheels are terrible. I don't know. But anyway, I'll finish these up. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to affect it, but I'm not trying to turn left and right, so I'm trying to go straight. Alright, so I got both sets done. Well, somewhat done. I had to put about 1,000 more screws in these Pro lines. I don't know if this is going to work. Cutting the foam might not work, but it's the only option I had right now. So I'm going to see what happens. If worse comes to worse, I'll have to go with a different set of wheels and tires. But right now this is what I have, so I'm going to try these. So here is, I mounted one of each. So that's the Pro Line Epic. So looks pretty good. And then there is the Pro Line Denali. Like I said, I still got to add a bunch of screws. There is a little flex in the sidewall, seeing how I cut the foam. But we're going to find out what happens. So let me move this, and we'll grab the body, and I'll kind of show you the body and go over that. Alright, so here's the body. Like I said, the color that I used was supposed to be bright red. To me, it looks a little orange. I am a little colorblind, but like if I put it next to my Jeep, which is red, they definitely, you can see the difference. So, like I said, I'm going to use this body as a practice body, and then I'm going to paint another one of these that I already bought. And then I also learned a few things by painting this one. So, I made a few mistakes, but I did leave the headlights clear. I plan to put headlights behind there. I did the taillights also clear. Obviously, like I said, 2/3 of it's painted. Let me see if I can grab the other piece. So the other piece is right here. It's painted. It's just not completed. But kind of get the gist of it, how it goes together. Kind of set that on there, but yeah, I just got to finish painting that up. It just needs a couple more coats undercoat, and then just do some red tail lights on it. But yeah, so well, that's what let me see if I can move this here so you kind of see what the Pro lines look like. Well, both Pro lines, what the Denali's look like, and then what the Epics look like. So let me see here. But yeah, that's pretty much it as the rear end falls off. What I can tell you about this body is I learned a few things painting it. First of all, these two pieces come with extra Lexan on them. I should have never trimmed them before I painted them, because the J Concepts overspray film is not very good. It comes off. This is the second body I painted from them, and I had the same issue with the first body, and it was one piece. The overspray film, once you trim these, it just seems to not stay good. So I should have left the overspray. I should have left the piece full before I painted it. So I actually should have left the whole body full before I painted it. I should have trimmed out obviously the mounts and then trimmed it out, but left all the pieces on there. It would have painted much better. Now, to put these pieces on, they do suggest using shoe glue. Now, that's what I used. Basically, I put shoe glue on like the very front of the body itself, and then kind of slid this cap over it. And as you can see here and here, it kind of moved the shoe goo. I didn't put a lot on there. I went very easy, and then over there it was pretty bad actually over here. So it's definitely difficult to mount these pieces. It's an odd thing, and I mean, they don't fit up very well. Obviously, I probably could have kept sanding this until I got it to fit perfect, but it's just kind of, I don't think it'll ever really fit perfect. But definitely on a second body, I will make some changes to how I paint it. I'm going to leave these pieces full, leave basically the whole body full, cut the mount holes, and then basically I'll go with the X-Acto knife first on the extra pieces, paint it, and then be able to peel it off and cut it off. So, but I'm gonna use this as my practice body, like I said, so I don't really care. You know. But I think that's gonna be it for this week. And hopefully next week I will have a video of this thing running, maybe even with a full body on it. Oh, I need that screw. Great. Yeah, so all I need to do is finish the inside of this, and then I can glue it up. And then we're going to see how these wheels work. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I'm going to give them a shot, what I got right now. And yeah, so thanks for coming back. Thanks for always watching. And we'll see you on the next one.